Okay. Ooh.
Faces. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is... Hey, Katie, come on now. It is Friday, and that means it's time for the Mike and Audrey show, and for Katie to try knocking things over.
She totally...
she totally did.
She did. That's on you for putting stuff right in her path, knowing...
I thought she was gonna...
Nope.
She was gonna do it. I thought she was gonna do it well.
No.
That means that I must be Mike. Also, how did that get open?
Probably Katie, if I had to guess.
There. Now I can see the...
Crack.
Good. I did it. What? It worked.
It's an elusive Scrags. Come on, Scrags. Oh, yay. Everyone give a hello, Scraggles and Katie in the chat. Yay.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. It is an elusive Scraggles. I could not get her to come in here for love or money last week.
Yeah.
Would not come in. Let's say hi to all the folks who got here early. We've got Becky and Ruth and Russell, and I popped in a little bit. And there's a lot of chattering between those two or three. Carol Brosman showed up. Carol Boots, or Bell Boots, who doesn't have a picture for some reason. It's like a little black circle. And Dustin Wilson, Ahoy Beans, indeed. Willem, Annie Ritter, Glenn Craig, Christine Cooney, Ruth chatting $10. Thank you so much.
Do that
During the roll call, how dare, why not Wagashi, Denny's, Matt Taylor, Futter Duds. Calm down, Audrey. We'll get there. Mike H. and the Stream Elements bot, Beep Boop, Matt Taylor, Bailey, Harmony Bat, an Olive Octopus, a Fountain Pen Jed I, and that's it. That's all of it.
Here's her little nose. Hey Ruth, can this one right here that you can't see, that snoot, can that snoot smell some crust and then maybe eat a little bit of it? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. They're like that. Just that amount. Yeah.
Meh.
You guys want up here? Want to sit in my lap?
Thank you very much there, Ruth.
Thank you
really
so much,
appreciate the dollars.
The snoot may have some crust. Oh, you're so lucky, Scrags.
Your snoot gets a little crust.
The snoot gets crust.
Snoot crust. Thanks. Thank you very much. My face is all red from just getting out of the shower.
We have so much happening today.
There's
It's
so
gonna be
many
a
things.
very busy live stream today. I feel like I should just not
Mess around?
dawdle.
No dawdling?
I don't feel like I should. There's just not enough time.
What you should do is have a cookie.
Oh, I do want one of those.
These are available on the Yum store now. The Emaratini delicious crisp almond cookies. Maybe my favorite cookie.
If you're gonna get anything from Universal Yums, not affiliated, we buy our stuff every month. These are so good. They're like meringue, but crunchy, but in the flavor. But it's a little bit of almond flavor, but not the crunch. Like it's not nut, but the nut flavor, nut texture.
One of the Madisons made the effort to dress up, the other one didn't. Hey now, I put on my best shirt. I don't know.
So good. It makes me angry. It's so good it makes me angry.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
I have a link somewhere.
So good. We bought like 8 of them. They've been out of stock. We can't find them literally anywhere. So I'm very, very happy to have them back. Yeah, they're little teeny ones, but the crunch. Some people in the chat also do our live streams for the Universal Yums. If you try them, Becky, I think you tried. Ooh.
Ow, jeez.
I really scratched them. I'm so
Gave me the
sorry.
business. Wow.
So
That was really good. All right, guys, this is what we're eating.
So good.
I think it's worth $2.30.
Oh, there's so many in here too. Like it's a small bag, but they're teeny, and you get so many.
I mean, it's the size of like Pepperidge Farm bag.
It's like a Pepperidge.
Almost. Maybe a little shorter.
Yeah.
But no. Anyway, those are rarely in the store, but
So
they're there
good.
now, so I got some.
Yeah.
When you're in Amsterdam, we had biscuits that were amazing. Willem's in a wonderful place. I mean, also
yes.
Stroop waffles. So many good things there.
Yep.
So many.
Sugar
good
Joe's
things there.
mom's. He's here. He's queer, and he gets to get used to it. I'm good.
Great.
I'm used to it. Yeah. That's what we say. Oh, but thank you for the comment. I've had this shirt for a long time. But
I really like that
it's
shirt.
really held up. You love a print like I do, so I figure you'd like it as well.
Well, I also like the sleeves. I think it's got a good shape to it. I think it looks good on you.
It has like a drawstring on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. And whether you, it's fit you like well for a long time, which is nice.
It's one of those ambiguous sizes. Like I fluctuate in price and weight. Did I say prices?
You did.
I fluctuate in weight over time, but it fits in any of my fluctuations over time. So
pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah.
It was all storms and rain. Well, I mean, you gotta have some of those sometimes, I guess. We had snow here this week.
Yeah, I had a snow day from work.
I didn't. I had to go to work.
Yeah.
It snowed more in Raleigh than it did here by a good margin.
Yeah.
Saw pictures of Scott Franklin and his kids like sledding.
Yeah.
You could have briefly sledded here.
Yeah.
When I got up at the crack of 9:30, it was very snowy outside.
Yeah,
There wasn't like that much, but everything was covered. Roads, grass, like all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, my school didn't cancel, so I guess I gotta go. And then when I left at like 10:30, completely gone.
Yeah.
And it was like 20 degrees or so. I don't know how it melted.
They must put out because they
Even,
did not.
All of it, like the grass was like everything was gone. It was
They
wild.
treated the highway, and I noticed that when I was coming home from work Tuesday night, but none of the side roads in our cul-de-sac, etc., were not. So
Sugar Chill hasn't been
65.
outside since he got home from Philly.
You're doing it right.
A crisp 65? Yeah, right now that is
Yes,
good. Right now that's
yeah.
good. Yeah. That is good. So, keep hoping you'll get rain and measure no floods. I mean, I'll take some.
right.
I think we're good now, but.
Yeah.
You're safe? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Please God send rain. Where are you? Belle, where do you live? Oh, are you up in.
I'm guessing California.
Oh, yeah, maybe California?
Yeah.
PNW? I don't know, somewhere out there.
They're getting. PNW is always getting rain.
That's true.
Always.
That's true. Well, it'd be weird if they weren't.
Yes.
But since they're saying they're safe, that means it's probably got to be
I don't know if it's
SoCal.
raining, but it's
SoCal.
sort of dreary. Overcast, as they say.
At least it's not 10 degrees. Yeah, 10 degrees is not enough degrees. Yeah. Walk your dog in 25. I walked Scraggles at it was like 30. It was a little over freezing.
It was over freezing.
Was that last night?
Yes.
I think you called it. I mean, it was at night too, which was maybe not the brightest thing, but it was like 5 o'clock, and Scraggles comes in and she sits on my office floor, like right here-ish.
Right. Oh, she's still here. Look at this Doge.
And she gives me those eyes, and she just looks so hopeful. And she's like, "It's about that time when sometimes maybe we get walkies." And so I was like, "Fine, we're doing that." And so I took her out. I was wearing gloves and like a hoodie and a jacket, and my hands were freezing.
This little dog has no fur on her belly. Zero fur on her belly. How is she not freezing? I don't know. She's not wearing a jacket. She's like, I love it. She's part Mexican street dog, part husky, I believe.
Malamute. She's a pocket Malamute.
Yep, that's what she is.
So, anyway, we love her scruffy chin too. Ronnie's been coming. He's been finally says officially. Yeah, no, Drew Brown's officially he's Mr. President, the good president.
We talked to him this weekend.
Yep, definitely got to see him a lot in Philly. Philly was a really fun show for me. Did you have fun?
I mean, it was working, but it was fun. Yeah, it was. Smooth,
for a work weekend,
smooth sailing. So sometimes you get things can happen. It can be a little frazzling, but no, it was smooth sailing this weekend. So it was good.
Yeah.
Got to meet a lot of you out there.
Nobody were jerks this weekend.
No,
that was nice. Sometimes there are jerks.
Sir Jerkface was there though.
He was, and he was
not a jerk.
Yeah, no, lovely guy.
Delightful.
Don't get to see him enough.
No.
Maybe once a year if we're lucky.
Maybe, yeah.
Also got to see. We got to see so many people, but so many of our good friends were able to come out, and it was super good. And I think for some of them, it was kind of a good healing experience, which was nice. I got to sit at the bar and hang out with a couple of my friends while they were knitting, which was real fun. That was cool. I got to hang out with Brad, who I get to see more than I get to see a lot of other people, because he comes to some shows. And he's on streaming all the time. Brad, the Penetic Dowdy.
Famous Brad Dowdy.
The famous Brad Dowdy. Got to hang out with Drew. I get to see Drew. I feel like I see Drew fairly often, but also I talk to him online and stuff, so there's some of that. But, good to talk to people face to face. Jerica and Stephanie are only at the show pretty much. They're always great. Jack and Julia came.
Which we'll be discussing them more for our haul.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yep.
We met, we met several, but I remember I'm really bad at names. I try to remember, and I'm really bad.
It's
And sometimes I remember people's pets' names and not theirs. I know. I'm sorry. One of those people.
you got to pet a dog.
I
You remember
did.
that dog's name?
No, I didn't ask.
Oh.
I didn't ask that dog's name. I didn't know who she. It was just some
Hondo.
person. Oh no! I pet 2 dogs. Okay, never mind. I pet 2 dogs.
Where'd you find a second dog?
It was at the show. It was like a little Yorkie at the show.
That sounds cute.
Hondo is awesome. He's gonna be big. He's a large German Shepherd. Delightful.
He is a 6-month-old German Shepherd.
Yep.
Delightful doggo.
But yeah, before I forget, we met Michelle, Wendy Sue. We had to meet.
This is a Hondo right here.
Look at that. Oh, such a good boy.
Such a boy. Look at that
No,
face.
no more scrags anymore.
Look at those ears. That's a very good Hondo ear right there.
Yeah. They're doing a very good job at training him. He's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's a biggin. He's only 6 months old. He's gonna be a biggin. No, he's super cute. Very nice. Hond is Dutch for dog. Well, Hondo must be Dutch for doggo then.
Doggo!
Nice.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Fountain Pinjet, I finally get to try one of your nibs and loved it.
Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Many people came up and said kind things about the Sig nib, so thank you very much. If you got one, if you haven't, that's totally fine too. And yeah, if you just come up and say hello, I love it. It's my favorite part of the weekend.
Could be.
Just saying hi to you. Especially if people are like, you don't know me, I'm a lurker. I love that. I like when somebody calls themselves out and being a lurker.
Yeah, it's totally fine to lurk and not
Yeah.
get in the comments. No,
Yeah.
no reason not to.
Yeah.
No reason not to.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to talk about Philly?
I mean, we have all the things. We have so many things.
Well, since we got Sugar Turtle here, let's just talk about that real quick.
Yeah, Mike went to his first class.
I took my first class at a pin show. First time.
And it was with Sugar Turtle Tom.
Sugar Turtle Tom. Yeah, I've never taken a class at a pin show before. Sometimes I make the
After all
excuse that I'm
these
too
years.
busy or
Yeah.
whatever, but also like really I'm just kind of like, when it comes to doing creative things, I'm also just kind of like scared of doing it. And decided like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do that thing. And so I did. I signed up for his class. I took
Yep.
the class. He called me out a bunch of times because Audrey told him to.
Yep.
It was great.
I didn't tell him to, but he
He-
said he was going to, and I was like, okay, good.
Well,
Yeah.
came with this cool pouch. It was a class on creative journaling, which was real fun.
That's nice.
I encourage all of you to take that class if you have the time and cash and everything for it. It is really great.
I wish I could. I would.
Came with this fun little case.
That's a nice case.
It's a fun case. I like
Yeah.
a good case. It zips around, and then this unsnaps, and then it re-snaps. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm grabbing the handle.
Yeah.
So I can only see like one side of it. And it re-snaps. Here. No, snap. There we go.
Oh, snap.
And bam, you got a thing that is on has a little kickstand.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Yep.
So came with like a little washi tape in here. We got some good journal-y stickers to give yourself prompts or just fun headings for journal pages. What's this? No.
Tom, what's the name of the class? If somebody.
It's called creative journaling.
Oh, it's just great. Okay, they
I
had
think.
2 classes, so.
True. I only took the first one.
Yeah.
The other one is like advanced creative journaling.
Yeah, more
or,
advanced things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to take that one because I'm not that advanced. So I just did the one. He had a very nice stamp there, which I very carefully stamped upside down on my
I
journal.
noticed it. I noticed both things together on that sheet. Yeah.
The person in front of me did this too. And
well,
no, it's
good.
upside down. I'm like, I won't make that mistake. Immediately made that mistake, which was great.
That's a fun stamp.
It's a really good. I think he made it.
This is not going to be the first time or the last time you're going to hear me say, that's a nice stamp.
I think he made this stamp.
Well,
I
he
don't know,
probably
you can tell me,
did
but-
because
Explore creative journaling and get lost in your creative journal.
see, that's a much longer title than you said.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we tore stuff out of magazines, like this very good bear and a
I would have
mouse.
definitely taken that there too.
What else did I tear out of magazines? I tore out these 2 things because, I don't know, why not? Some of them are related. This is actually on the same page as the bear. And I
Yeah,
have just
that seems right.
some lava or something.
Yeah.
I kept finding these loons and stuff, and I did a little art over here. I have this person who's all insulated in their
Yeah.
sleeping bag.
Yeah.
I made an
Oh, look at that.
an elephant Pegasus
There you go.
because why not?
Everyone loves your ink vent drawings.
I mean, they say they do.
Well,
I cut out
every
these
year.
boys so look like they're ready for an adventure.
They look like they're hating that. Or they're just little boys. I don't know. I can't really tell.
They're just like, can we just like go back
Yeah.
to shooting arrows and stuff? Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah. But I mean, that was also like me in Boy Scout camp or something, you know, back in the olden days. So yeah, and it's this is a not another blank notebook, so it's got other stuff thrown in too.
We have
but
multiple of those, but this is a non-daunting version of it because it's smaller,
it's
which is
smaller.
good.
Yeah. Some glue stick, a marker, some little scissors that remind me of like, you know, the little like fabric scissors that people have for like cutting threads on stuff.
Yeah, those
They're
are
like
fun. They're
little
like
cat's eye glasses.
Yeah.
So
Tom has a whole journaling group on his Patreon.
he does.
Yep.
He does. So
You're in the more the sticker side of things in the journaling.
well, I haven't joined the journaling one, but maybe I do now. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I just like wrote down some stuff he said, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's about the process.
No, you have to. These are money. This is money that he.
Y'all didn't see that.
Yeah.
You got to pay.
Yeah, you have to pay for those tips that Tom
Okay.
gave you.
I'll tell you nothing.
No, I.
People be like, how to journal? I'd be like, I don't know. Get lost. Yeah.
No, I don't think
your
Tom
creative
would have
journal.
kind. Yeah. I do be saying new stuff every time. There you go.
Well, no, too late. Audrey scolded me. If you need food, okay, see. You're signing up for it in California. Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get to go to the LA show. Audrey won't be there
I
either.
will not be there. I find out, but I will be in Baltimore.
That's cool.
Which is not that far away, honestly.
That's true. You make art. You could care less about others' thoughts at times you do firsthand. Look, I wish I could do that, but sometimes actually, I don't really care what other people say about my art so much. Although it is nice when people are like, I like that. But like, I've always had this thing that like, I'll look back and be like, wow, that's terrible. Why did Mike wait? Why'd you waste your own human time on that? And like Tom said in that thing, it's like, hey, the only resistance you're getting is from you, and you need to think about if that's like serving you well. And you know what? It's not. So the year of savagery commences, and I will just bust through barriers. So
I've been arting as well, so I understand.
I'm gonna show a piece of your art since you said it.
Well, it's gonna go along with other things, so it's up to you if you want to show that now or if you want to show that later.
I'll show them now. We'll talk about that other stuff.
Okay.
So Audrey did an art. Look at this very good nose art.
I mean, I don't know if they would know that's nose.
I think everybody would know this is Mr. Nose. There's no way to not. There's no way the people don't know that. There we go. Now I don't have to hold it up in both frames. Look at this very good nose. And this is painted only using the Mr. Nose-based inks.
Only the two inks.
Well, the cat-based inks anyway.
Yeah.
Will be DC or Dallas. Definitely DC. Audrey usually does Dallas.
Usually. Yeah.
I would like to do Dallas. I haven't been in a long time.
It's been a while.
It would be fun. Yeah, it's like pre-pandemic since I've been to Dallas, I think.
No.
I think it has. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I think it has. There might have been one, but I don't know. I don't think so. Should be a T-shirt. I know, right? It's already like my avatar on Discord. So if you look on our like Discords, that's it. I just like, nope, I like this. She came in and showed it to me all sheepish like, and I'm like, I love this. Don't change a thing. Although it does need some. He needs some whiskars, but
yeah,
we get to.
I have to learn how to do that properly without.
Yeah, I was like, maybe practice whiskers on something else and then do it on here because this is already so good.
I just need to get a white gel pen or gouache. Something like that because it's just not opaque enough, so it have whiskers like that. If he was different colored or darkly colored, and he had white whiskers, then it would be easier to sort of make that, and you can do like a card technique to like move the. No, it's still gonna be too light probably.
Tom says whiskers ruin every cat he draws, so he just leaves them off.
Well, that makes me feel good because he has so many whiskers. He has the eye whiskers and the side, so he's very whiskered. He was very whiskered.
White gel pen would be perfect. Yeah, I don't have any, it turns out. I looked. I'm like, I don't have any white. I just got like silver and stuff, but I don't have white. So,
what color are the eyes?
The eyes are Mr. Nose Eyes colored. No, not that one. Okay. That's one that doesn't have a label, so I left it out.
Oh, okay. That's one I think I use. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I left it out of showing right now. Yeah, so we've got these 4 inks, which I've definitely talked about before, and they're actually on Tom's table at Philly because he was kind enough to let me set things on his table to sell.
Nice.
And he
Thank you so much,
sold them for me. It was super sweet. But I have these 4, and these are going to be going up online today. I don't know, like 6-ish?
Probably after the live stream when you're done with it?
Or after the live stream?
Well, it's up to people. Do you want to do it live during the live stream or right after the live stream?
All right, let's call it 6:30 then, because that'll be somewhere around that way.
Probably, yeah.
You sold them and I bought them. Since you left the show, you immediately regretted not getting all of them? Wow. Parasocial relationship with Mr. Nose persists. You miss him? I mean, we do too.
We miss him
Look, I was setting up the store page today and like crying about it. So, Look, it happens.
I was really.
It's fine. So.
It was more of an outer body thing when I was painting it. I was in the art mode and not thinking about it. I was too focused on whatever slight technique that I have than to. And you know what I mean? I didn't want it to look that bad, so I wasn't focusing on the feels at the time. So I didn't have that. But yours isn't. If I were doing what you were doing in terms of it, I probably would have.
Well, I was looking for nose pictures to put on the site and that sort of thing. So these are 4 inks, which I'm going to talk about real briefly because it can't go to a commercial. I swear, every time I tried talking about them on Twitch, it would immediately go to commercial.
Yeah.
I'm like, it only does that twice an hour or something,
Yep.
and how dare it?
Thank you, Ruth, for saying Missing Clipsy too. She was not as seen on the live streams or things, but she was sometimes. She purred into the microphone all the time.
She sure did.
She was the OG, and we loved her so much.
Yeah. So these are kind of a little bit of tribute inks for those two. This is Mr. Nose's Peepers and Toe Beans. Toe Beans is a black with pink pigment in it, which you can see.
Oh, if you want to look at the Mr. Nose's picture, you can show like the pink in that too. It shows up a lot in his ears.
I will. So there's you can see like the pink overcast in there. You won't necessarily see it when you're writing with it, although sometimes I do, depending on the nib and that sort of thing. But that's Toe Beans. That's the little toe beans, little toe pads of cats with black paws, just like Clipsy and Katy Perry the Cannonball here.
There's no way I'm going to get that angle for
flip
her.
down.
She's going to be like, no.
And then Mr. Nose's Peepers is obviously for Mr. Nose and his peepers, which were bright green with like little purpley reddish flecks, and that's what we've got in there for the shimmer. So these are both shimmery and pigmenty, so if you don't like that, these are not for you. But they mean a lot to us, so we were glad to get those done.
I have not had an issue with either, because I've used both of them in pens, and I haven't had any issues with those clogging or anything.
No, me either.
That doesn't mean whatever you put it in, it couldn't, because it's shimmer, so it could.
I mean, I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I've had them in a bunch of pens because I've been trying them. In fact, I've got like a whole case full of pens that have been rocking those inks for a while, and I haven't had any problems. And then I've got Hens and Chicks and Navy Beans, which are kind of like alternate versions of these because the first batch wasn't quite the right color. It's especially noticeable, I think, with the green.
Yeah.
But the green here is much more blue, and it's got the same shimmer.
Yeah.
And the Navy Beans, as you can see there, is lighter, and it's like a blue-black instead of a black.
Yeah.
But same pigment and stuff. And it does actually, I think, show up a little bit more in Navy Beans. You can see like those lighter patches. That's kind of that pigment.
If it's not quite as black, that's where, well, that's when I was painting with it. When I was adding more water and stuff, the pigment comes through more.
Yeah. And then Hens and Chicks does have like that purple shimmer in there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it in there. The pictures I took for the store page, I could not get my camera to show this purple shimmer in there. It just won't show up. But it is there, and it is very nice. So those will be up on the site when I put all that stuff live up on the website, the store page, inky-d.com.
Over
What?
there?
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah.
Where's my camera? There.
There.
That one.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, so when Audrey did this painting, she, well, I mean, you tell them what you did. I wasn't there.
Well, with the eyes, it's mostly just his eye color. I did, on the left-hand side, there was a little lighter, so I tried to do different layers of it, but it also has the sparkles, as you can see in there. And
Oh, they moved a little bit with the water. That's fun.
Yeah. And then with the rest of him, it's mostly undiluted over here where it's a little more shadowed, lighter over here, so I would add more water to it, and up here is even more water. So what you can't, if you do want to use this for art, you totally can. The nice thing is having that pink shimmer or that pink pigment in there is if you put down the ink and dilute it if you want, and then let it sit for a moment, and then either use a paper towel or a brush or something to have some of the get soaked up, that pink stays behind. So the pigment stays there, and you can mop up some of the color on top of it. So it's sort of interesting. So you have that around here.
Tom also did a very nice paw.
He did. That was so fun. Thank you so much, Tom. I saw that. I loved it.
On his Instagram, Sugar Turtle Studio. Go check that out. So, yeah. So anyway, those will be up there on the old website. Also adding in some other things like...
Yeah, we're stocking. Things are restocked.
Yes. Should I say more?
Yep.
Okay. I threw some syringes on there. There'll be like 2 packs of 10 ml syringes with blunt tip needles for doing things like refilling cartridges and pens and cleaning stuff and making ink samples and all that jazz. I like the 10 milliliters way better than the 5 because it's twice as big. Yeah. And it makes things way easier, but you can still get like 3 mils if you just want to do
easier to clean
a sample.
Out too. Just an easy one blast instead of several.
Way easier to do that stuff. So I got pairs of those up there. It seemed like everywhere else was selling like 5 milliliter ones for like $5.50. So I was like, I don't know, let's do 2 10s for $6. I don't know, seems fine. So I got those up there. All the shimmers have been restocked. Yeah. Well, almost all. I think there's one of the blue ones that I don't have any of, but I think it was just out of them. We also have 3 new shimmer colors. Yeah. We've got dark purple, satin white, and beige, which doesn't maybe sound super exciting, but they are very cool.
They actually are.
So this is the dark purple. That's just dark purple shimmer there.
Yeah, no ink there, just the shimmer.
This one's the beige. And this is just, I just dripped a drop on there and just like spread it around. Yeah. It's very shiny. And then there's also the satin white, which didn't really show up on the white page. Yeah. But when you put it over some other stuff, and it's like this was like mixed in, I think it was a little heavy. And this one I just kind of put it on top just to see what it would sort of do.
Well, this one is that one, so.
Oh. Wait. Okay. That's the beige? That makes sense. That is a pretty intense thing. And then this is sugar turtle belly with some white on it. So interesting stuff, the white and the beige and the dark purple. Seems like it's going to be cool. The beige is really neat. I don't have that many of the beige and the... Well, these 3 I don't have that many of. I didn't get like a ton of any of them, but I'm keeping one of those for myself on each, so it was like one less. Yeah. But they're pretty darn cool. Your best friend is here. They were talking about you. Yeah. So yeah, those are really fun. I think they're going to be neat. Those are up on the store page. Also restocked the fountain pen user toolkits. Also restocked...
just the hands, the full ounce hand
the hand cleaner stuff. Yeah, that's
without
restocked.
The kit.
I don't know. Various things. How do they hold up in a pen? I mean, fine. How much do they cost? I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me see. I want to say the shimmers are $10 for the little bottle, and the bottle like is honestly like
it's gonna last you forever.
It's a lot. So I mean it's a bottle of shimmer. You need like a drop for like a 5. I don't know. You put 2 or 3 drops in like a 5 ml vial, and it's probably plenty. So yeah, tons of shimmer actually. You probably don't need like more than one of each, if at all. Yeah. So
the beige one sort of reminds me of like something maybe like Path and stuff, the amount of shimmer and shine that it gives.
Yeah, it might be.
I mean, I'm not saying that it is. I have no idea, but
you can see the juice on this one is actually orange. I'm not really sure why. Yeah. It might have something to do like just with the shimmer itself, just like gave off some orange, but you don't see the orange at all when you mix it in with anything else. And in fact, when you mix up the shimmer, you don't see the orange either.
Exactly.
It just turns beige. So I kind of think it might have done that, but yeah, this is a really fun looking shimmer. So it comes with a little pipette dropper for adding it to things and all that jazz.
Those are the ones I use. So that's why. Yeah, it had a little remnant in there. Yours did not have that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't come like that. You have to do that yourself. Oh yeah, there's the pearl when it's not mixed up. Really, there's a little bit in the water. Yeah. Or the base, ink base. So anyway, those are real fun. I like these extra colors. I kind of just told Mate to give me like 5 or 6 of each of them. So I didn't specify which ones. So just like put them all in there. So. There's those. I don't know. Am I missing something? I feel like there's something else I must have added.
The inks are 2 ounces, and they're 22.
60 mils, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 ounces, yep. The other thing is some of the proceeds will be donated.
That's right, yeah. We're donating... we're going to make a donation to this place, which is bestfriends.org. They are a pet sanctuary, or I guess an animal sanctuary, and no-kill shelter encourager. I was reading through like some of the stuff they do, and it looks like they're like working to make a whole bunch of shelters, not no-kill, which is great. And also, they are on the ground in LA, like helping out pets and people who are dealing with fires and such. When do those go up? I'm going to put them about 6:30 tonight. 6:30 Eastern, so about an hour. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to make a donation for this. I was setting up a bank account for my I was setting up a bank account for my Inkdependence business. So I haven't done it yet, but I will post receipts. But I'm gonna drop I don't know, we'll drop a significant donation for them. So
is it a certain amount per ink? How much is it per ink?
It didn't actually come out even. I was so I'm just gonna make it like $1,000. This is not like a particular amount per ink. I mean, I could work out the percentage, but it's not like even. And then there were some that were just like, I don't know. I tried to work it out as like, oh, I'll make it an even percentage. But it kept being an odd number. I'm like, that's dumb. I'm just gonna make it a flat $1,000, because why not, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that preemptively. So hopefully these sell, but otherwise, whatever. If there's like one thing that's totally non-controversial, it's like St. Jude, help those kids with cancer. If there's two things, it's pets that need help. So that's it. Yeah. Any new pouches or bag reviews? I did just get a bag, but I don't think we're gonna have time to talk about it today. I did talk about it a little bit on Twitch, but
yeah, you did. I heard you for that.
Yeah, I just got it right here. I've got this one, this GoRuck M23. Took that with me. Been taking it to school this week. Yeah. Really good. I'm liking it so far. So, anyway.
Nice.
There's that one.
Will there be an option on the site to add a donation?
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Can you add a link to your thing that would go to that page, the donate page?
Not as far as I know on my store.
Okay, that was what
but I'll just drop this in the chat.
You can just click on the donate one.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it was pop up. Never mind. That's not what I thought it was going to do.
No, it's not going to work at all. But there's the place. I'm not sure if I can't really add links to my store. Like, it doesn't really work like that, unfortunately. And I don't know how I would do a donation thing. But I mean, I'm not going to stop you from donating. So, but I will probably be donating it. You can do it no, I can't see it over here. You can do a donation in memory of. So you can do a donation in memory of a pet or whatever, and that kind of thing, which I'll probably do that because I think Nose and Clips would have liked that.
I think that they would have wanted you to do that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the plan.
And this has been vetted. We looked. I was doing some investigation to try and find the best places that the money will actually be going towards the rescue of the effort, and not just random.
Yeah, and this has an excellent rating on Charity Navigator. Yeah. Charity Navigator? That sounds right. Yeah. Which is a very thorough kind of thing. So I feel good about that. So there's that. So anyway, we're gonna do that.
So that's all coming up at 6:30 today, and thank you all for loving our animals. Yeah. Including this one and the little dog that she showed up. Thankfully, she did. She actually showed up for once. But if you have any other questions, somebody was asking. It's still freezing where they are. If you will save or hold them, maybe. So
I put a note about that on the store page.
Oh, okay.
So thanks for reminding me. Yeah, two things. One is if you want me to hold it because it's real cold, I totally get it. Just put a note in the comments. Hold it until and give me a date or something like that, and I'll totally do that. It's no problem at all.
Or send an email when you're ready or something.
Yeah, or that. We could do that too. So just put a comment in the. When you check out how to place for comments, just put a comment in please hold my order until a date or email me or whatever. And I can totally do that. No problem at all. Yeah. The other thing is we will be going to the Baltimore Pin Show. So if you want to wait a while and just not deal with shipping at all, put a note on there about that. You can select pickup or Pin Show pickup or something as a shipping option. Just put a comment on there telling me. Yeah. No problem. We can absolutely do that. No problem at all. Still getting cold here at night. Yeah, no, I totally get. Oh, your mail still comes after 10 p.m. Ooh. Yikes!
Wow.
It's no problem at all to hold that stuff. It's been cold here too. Yeah. So I totally get it. And ink can freeze, so we'd like it not to.
It's not going to. I saw lots of questions of new pen people. If my ink freezes, is it going to mess up the ink? No. This is something you have to worry about. Is it?
Breaking the bottle.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah, freezing isn't going to hurt the ink, but it will, it could anyway break the bottle if it doesn't have it. If it freezes and expands and doesn't have a place to go. Yep. These bottles are pretty stout. You'll hear a rattle in some of them. The Toe Beans has a little marble in there to help mix up the pigment that's on the bottom. You can barely see it, sort of as a hazy outline, but it's best to kind of go like this and like let it run around like a racetrack, and then like just shaking it this way. I don't think you will break your bottle by shaking it that way, but better safe than sorry. So, you know.
Yeah, I would do it that way and then do a turn and not shake, but just like
super violently.
roll.
Yeah.
Just a roll would be best.
Yeah, I mean, they made it here from Hungary and only one of them broke, and I don't think that was the marble necessarily, but... Or you can get marbles for other Shimmer 8 bottles. You know, I don't know. But make sure that you're getting ones that don't have like paint on the outside, because that can dissolve off in the
You could also use BBs.
Yeah.
Because they use it in nail polish. If nail polish isn't going to ruin it. But you have to get the kinds that don't rust. Like you have to make sure you get the right ones.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why we didn't do
Yeah.
BBs. It's one they're like they can be heavier than marbles and stuff. So like, but also like they might rust and like who knows.
So yeah, if you're considering it, you have to do and make sure it's the right one.
You can break the bottle by shaking it. Please don't do that. That would not be great. The last thing is that Hens and Chicks and Navy Beans is probably the only run.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hens and Chicks, like maybe I could get them to do again, but like
it's
Navy Beans is
quite
very
different.
close to Toe Beans. I don't know, like if I want to have both of those as a thing, but
Yeah.
but yeah, those were not the intended colors. So anyway, you did not shake your toe beans up. You still had pink. Yeah, the pigment in there does tend to stay in suspension pretty well. But if it's sitting for a while, it can like sort of like settle to the bottom pretty hard. But yeah, it seems to stay in suspension really well, which is kind of impressive. Better than Cheerio Water Bust does, I think. But I've been using Cheerio Water Bust recently too. You do want to, as you can see in here, you can see that it like settles. You do need to like give it some agitation to get that back in the ink. Once I did, I started seeing a lot more blue in there. So that's kind of the way it goes.
Yep.
So, what's the place I can't ship to? Is it EU or is it UK? It's one of those two that has like this crazy rules about like you have to have representation in country.
I don't know. You know that. I have no idea.
You don't remember?
No.
I feel like your brain works better. But yeah, there's one of those I can't really... Yeah, EU. Can't really ship stuff to the EU, unfortunately. UK, I guess I can, but not EU. So.
I mean, unless you have a forwarding service, you could do that.
Yeah, that would be great. But EU is not good for small businesses. I can't afford like an agent. So, unfortunately, I wish I could, but I cannot. If somebody else does, that's fine. But I can't really do it. All right, other stuff from Philly. I think that's all the store stuff we need to get out there.
Yep.
Yeah?
We had a lot of Philly stuff. If we think of anything, we'll throw it out there.
So many Philly things. Firstly, I got... This stuff can wait. We don't have time for it. I got a pad of this paper.
That's fine.
Let's do paper first. Why not? This is paper that's made for like practicing calligraphy and such.
Yeah.
So it's got the slanty lines, 55-degree lines. Will I be in Chicago? I don't know. But if we're going to Chicago, I'll be flying, and that makes it really hard to go with ink for me because I have to like check baggage. But like maybe, and I don't know yet. But so 55-degree lines on the little slants there. This is by Mod Girl with Vintage Love. She was at this show. It's her first show ever. She's also going to be at Baltimore, I think, or she's trying to get a table at Baltimore, but we'll see how it goes. But this is very nice paper, super smooth. It's apparently silk bonded, which sounds wild to me.
It has a sheen to it too.
It's a very shiny paper.
Yeah.
Like.
That sounds negative. I don't mean it's negative, but I can just see a little bit of.
No, I dumped a bunch of ink on it while we were just playing with it on a stream, and it's very nice. It held up to the ink very well, even just like big pools of ink. Like a little bit came through, but not much. And then you can probably see like how shiny it is. Yeah, check out the sheen on some of these things on this paper. Like it's just so shiny. So yeah, it's very nice to write on. It doesn't seem to smear after you've written on it, that sort of thing. It seems good. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it. The only problem for me is that if I'm not doing actual calligraphy with like big bold strokes, I was looking at this and like it's gonna be a little bit too like
hard to
busy.
read.
Yeah, if I'm trying to read it like while I'm doing a video, which is what that was for, it was I was like I'm not gonna be able to pick it out among all the lines. My ADHD will kill me. But it's really nice paper to write on. Man, look what it did to that sailor ink up there. That's rad. That's Sailor's Uramiku Hanagokoro. I think that's probably right. Which is, it's interesting that it's like stayed that blue. It's kind of cool.
I'm curious what some of the wet pen inks would do on that too.
Yeah, be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn. Yes, her name was Dawn. That's great.
Oh,
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep wanting to call her something else, but Dawn is like the other thing that comes to mind. Like, I don't know if that's right. Yeah, Dawn. Yeah, she seems great, and she had some really cool stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I didn't practice my handwriting? Nope, I did not. Well, that was just like scribbling on the couch. I was sitting on the
That's
couch
true.
like scribbling
Even-
like this.
yeah.
So, all right, what else we got? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna crack this open. Since we were getting the Amaratinis anyway, I went to do a little more shopping on the Yums shop, and so I got some Iron Brew.
Oh, right. I'm
Which-
curious how that's gonna be.
Yeah, this is a famous and well-known drink outside of in Scotland, but we don't really have it here. You can't
No.
really get it here.
Yeah.
But carbonated flavored soft drink. I don't know what it's gonna taste like, but I've always kind of wanted some.
It's your kind of packaging. Like, look at those colors.
Yeah. Artificial flavorings, including caffeine and quinine.
Wow.
The drink of your teens? Wow.
Huh?
Wow. But yeah, you can't really get it in the U.S. Carbonated flavor. I know. Well, carbonated flavored. Apparently it's caffeine flavored, which, that's bold.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let's see what this is.
Kay does not like when cans open.
She doesn't like the cans open. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's good. You want to try some?
Sure.
It's slightly vanilla-y, a little bit.
Interesting.
There might be just like a hint of citrus, but it might be the orange color that's throwing me off. It's got like a little bit of a cream soda kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not had anything like that.
Yeah. I don't think it
It's
tastes
good.
like Tang. Tang is much more orange to me.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
very orange drink kind
Yeah.
of thing.
It is. It's not
This
quite
is-
like that. This is softer. It's a soft
Yeah. This is...
tang.
It is orange colored though,
Yeah.
which I shouldn't be surprised by, but you never know. So, anyway.
The
that-
looks of it are deceiving based on the taste. I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It's
definitely...
gonna be intense.
Cream
right?
soda is definitely the thing it reminds me of most.
Yeah.
And that's not the thing you think of when you think of like
Mm-hmm.
Iron Brew. You know, seems good. Like a creamsicle?
Not quite that.
Not as
creamy.
orangey.
Yeah, it's not quite enough.
Yeah, it's a very mild flavor.
Yeah.
Is there anything more unnatural than Tang? I don't know.
I don't
Probably.
know.
Gatorade. Surge.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Surge? I don't know if they make that anymore. That was a weird drink. Bit like Mexican soda. Huh. I don't know. I've had like Mexican Coke, I think, but I don't know. Maybe. What else do we get? Anything else over here? No. Cool. Nope, that's it.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. That's all we got.
So if you buy a nib,
It was not at all all we got.
any FC pen at any other retailer than FC, we don't sell SIGs individual. Like, so you can't get one on that pen unless you like pay for the. So if you want that nib, I would suggest getting a separate SIG nib and then putting it in that pen so that you can switch them around.
Oh, I see. Yeah, can you get it
Yeah.
sigified at the California show?
And I won't be at the California show. So they'll have SIGs that are pre-ground at the show. I personally will not be able to. If you wanted one to be ground, that was one of ours, I wouldn't be able to do it at the show. Because
She won't be there.
But
Yeah.
they'll have other ones if you want to get one of those.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Never drink Gatorade. It has tons of bad things. I don't know. It's mostly potassium and sugar. I don't know. All right,
And salt. Salts.
yeah,
Multiple salts.
lots of salts.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't like drink a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
It's not something you should be drinking with every meal or anything. If you're doing intense athletic activities, it's good
Then,
for you. But
yeah.
otherwise, otherwise lots of calories. It's meant to be taken
Lots
while
of
doing
salt and
football in
calories.
Florida. That's what it's for.
Oh, thank you, TC. Yeah, somebody said they didn't know I do. Yes, I do nibs full time. That's actually my job. So, in case you didn't know that about me.
Oh, people didn't know that?
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
mean,
see
not
that.
everyone. I mean,
I didn't see that.
if somebody's new, I'm sure that it's not like we sit there and talk about me doing nibs all the time. Just part of the time. Yes.
All right. So, Red Bull's bad for your kidneys. Yeah, I mean it's not great. Don't drink a whole lot of that. Yeah, for sure. All right. First pen I actually bought at the show was this one.
Greg here had something to do with this purchase.
He did. He was like, "Hey, I know what you need to get, and it's this." So this is a nib holder from River City Pens. which is pretty great.
He's in Pittsburgh, I believe, right? I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, he's in Pittsburgh. That's right. Because I was asking him about that. Pittsburgh is further from Philly than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It's like it's the same state. It shouldn't be that far.
That's right.
You only need one kidney, too, so.
Maximum. So yeah, this is a really good nib holder, actually. It's very comfortable. It's a good like texture. It hasn't picked up any ink on it, which is impressive.
True. Yeah,
I was kind of curious because like I was swatching with it this week, and like it would get ink around the edge here, but it wipes right off. So that was great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And then I also got this thing, which is a Kakamori metal dip nib in brass. Because I have the steel one. I don't love the steel. It's just too sharp, and it's just too sharp for me. This one,
it's very particular, too. Like, you have to get the fun angles, you really have to be careful about how you do it.
I mean, they're all going to be like that.
Sure.
But if you write with it, it like just like cuts the paper almost. It's so sharp.
Yeah.
But this one is actually much nicer, I think. I like the way it feels so far.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like that. It's pretty good. Also, the other nib holder I had was kind of like just too big and kept falling over and stuff.
Oh,
so.
yeah. It is a lot bigger.
Yeah. Lived in PA. It's a big state. Yeah, it's a big state. And also, apparently, he was saying like there's no like direct route. You have to like kind of just wind around through things. It's a big pain. So. You put the brass Kakamori and the Kaweco brass SketchUp. Yeah, you can put them in the nib holders, I think, right? That's pretty cool. So I like that. Yeah. I like it.
It feels really nice, though. That satin feel is nice.
It does feel good. Also, it's very day glow. Like, it's extremely bright. You're not going to lose this.
Yes, that is true.
So, that was real nice. And it's the first thing I've gotten from River City, so I was glad to get one of those. I also had another a first-time pen buy, and that's this one. This is from Derail Pens. Man, look how dry my hands are still. I cannot get... Absolutely not. From holding pens and stuff? No, nightmare.
Feel my hands.
I know. I can tell when you've picked up a pen.
Here, feel it.
No, I'm out.
You don't hold my hand.
I don't want to get grease on my hands.
My hands don't have grease.
They do.
They're on the verge of being dry.
All right, they're not too greasy.
See, I told you. He just doesn't listen.
Yeah, it's a very cotton candy cloud sort of color here. With the pink and blue kind of mottled color. But I kept walking by and seeing this on Adolphus's table. Yeah. I was like, I really need to talk to him about that.
I kept going, Mike, just go see how much it is, or go look at it. And he's like, oh, I will later. Until it was Sunday afternoon and he was closing.
Well, Sunday he was like wandering around too, so he wasn't there. And then he like when I went back, he was like all closed up. So like Tom was already putting his stuff away. Adolphus had put his stuff away.
Because it was snowing, so yeah, that's the thing. The weather was not as good on Sunday for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, very nice pen. He uses or this one anyway. It's fit for a Bach nib, which is not my favorite, but he said that Kirk Spear adjusts all his nibs for him, so I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm psyched about that. It was $165, so very normal sort of price for a pen like this.
A nice shine to it.
It's got a good shine. It's nicely polished. It's got a good size to it. Yeah, it's just a really nice looking pen.
Yeah, and he's nice. I like them. Yeah.
Adolphus is always really, really cool. So.
And his wife, is that his wife?
I don't know the relation. I don't know.
Okay, I should not say that.
No.
But
he has a few other people that help him. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I like the subtle tints.
Subtle tints.
I kept saying subtle tilts because I kept tilting it and thinking that. Automod. I don't know what the Automod was upset about. Tints. So I need to practice. Very different from a glass dip nib. It is really different. These Kakamoris. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't filled this yet, but I will. I haven't figured out what to put in it yet.
Okay.
Yep. Also got this one at the show.
Yeah.
Picked this up off of Kirk Spear's table because I like the ST DuPonts. They've got a nice. They're like a cool pen. This is the.
Fancy.
Oh, I thought you were showing a nail color or something.
No, I'm saying pinkies up, ST DuPont.
Yeah. Very fancy. This is the Defy Millennium there, which I thought this was an older one. It's actually the current one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just hadn't seen it with the black and stainless steel like this. Okay. I've seen some that were black here and like steel up here, and then like a lot of bold colors like reds.
I haven't seen. I mean, I see ST DuPont and I'm like, oh, I can't afford that. But that's not true necessarily. But yeah, there are lots of colors you showed.
Yeah, a bunch. I was looking at an orange one at one point, but I didn't realize it's the same one. But this is a magnet cap, which I haven't seen from ST DuPont before. It's still a very pleasing cap action there. And then it's got this hooded nib, which is cool.
Do they have the best snap cap in the industry?
They're definitely up there in the best snap cap area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one doesn't have it because
yeah.
it's the magnet thing. Although it drags the pen out of your hand. It's so strong. But yeah, really fun pen. I like this a lot. And Kirk had it on his table.
Love a hooded nib like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, he had it on there secondhand, so the price was very good. Yeah. I picked it up, saw the price, and didn't put it back down.
No, I was shocked. I thought that you picked it up, you looked at it, you're like, okay, I keep this in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, if I put it down, somebody might take it. So this one, I was like, nope, gonna keep that. There's one turquoise SU pump with guilloche is beautiful. Those are very expensive.
Yeah,
that's the line D, and those are great. I did a review on those, but I did not end up keeping it because pricey.
Yeah.
Very pricey. Yeah, the green is beautiful. It came in a bunch of different colors, actually. Yeah. What else did I get? Oh, very end of the show, I got this off of the Franklin Christoph table. Right there. A collection video? I don't know. That would take a while. It would take a while.
There are some fun video ideas that I have that Mike's just like, no, I'm not doing that.
It's too much.
Not. It's going to be too much.
Hard to beat the Pilot Prera cap. Yeah, so there are the top three for great slip caps are the Pilot Prera, the Diplomat Aero, and then almost everything from S2 Dupont. They're almost always a slip cap, and they have it's like the Prera, but like a little bit more. I think it's like right up there. But those are the top three. Easy top three.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is another slip cap. This is the Franklin Christoph Model 20.
This is friction fit, not slip, not snap cap.
It's not a snap. That's why I said
yeah,
slip
look,
a bunch
I'm
of
just
times.
making sure people.
Yeah.
No.
The other thing we got at Kirk's table was this nib.
And which is going to go along with a thing in a few minutes as well. My pen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Tours by Maker. I have thought about doing that. I've got that on a list for sure. But yeah, this is a nice little Sagea nib that he lasered.
He has a bunch of, check all the different engravings he's doing now. Or not engravings, I should say laser engravings.
Yeah.
They're super fun. This one, I saw it, I'm like, yeah.
It's very good.
That one's the only one that was left, so I picked that one up.
Yeah, I like how the breather hole is centered on all those little arcs and stuff. It's a very good Sagea pattern. And I just put it in here. I picked this up off the table as they were packing up, so everybody had a chance to take this pen, and nobody did. So I was like, all right, Scott, it survived. I'm taking it. So I got this from them. But it's filled up now. Well, not quite filled. Yeah. But it's got a Journalize ink in there called Orion Dreamy Stars.
That's that one. Gotcha.
I think it's Orion Dreamy Stars, which comes in this little box. I've had this for a little bit. Audrey got it for me.
Yeah, I thought Dallas show actually.
Was that Dallas?
Yeah, it's
wow.
Dallas
Orion
show.
Dreamy Stars.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a tan version of Wearingle Path. It's really nice. We didn't actually even look at what the nib size was on this thing.
No.
And so I went to get it, I'm like, do I want to put something that intensely shimmery? I mean, look at all that shimmer in there. In a fine, I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I did, and it works great. It's really very nice. So I figured that kind of matched this whole vibe.
Yeah.
So
continuing on with Franklin Christoph, not a sponsor. They pay my paychecks though, or they pay my bills.
We do live indoors.
We live indoors, but I just noticed that the Ink 25 is on the website right now. So if you were wanting this, we're getting orders for them. So I was like, I guess he put them online. So this, if you wanted the ink show, it is available right now, $10 1 ounce on the Franklin Christoph website. If one of the mods want to put it in the chat, that'd be great. If not, that's fine. It's like a burnt orange. Rusty orange?
Yeah, rusty's pretty good. Like, I was calling it burnt orange. I don't know if it's really quite a burnt orange, but it's kind of burnty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's good.
The pens that are left over, or they kept a few for online afterwards, should also be on the website. So if you wanted one of the Philly exclusive pens that were engraved, those I think are on the website, but I don't know if they're still on, if they sold out or not. But
cool.
Check that out too.
You can handle Journalize's shimmer volume? Yeah. I actually haven't had any problems with that, except in... You had a couple of stoppages, and I think I had a little bit of a clog in one of the Opus 88 mini pens.
Yes. Yeah.
I think maybe like the number 5 feed just isn't quite up to that kind of like shimmer volume.
Yeah.
But everything else I've put them in has been great.
Yeah. Sometimes number 5 nibs, the feed's just a little bit smaller, just overall, and I think it doesn't. It's not It's just a once in a while issue. It's not all the time.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Although I've never had that problem with the TWSBI Eco, but it's a different feed. So.
It's a different feed.
It's actually a different size nib.
You can do a little turn, and it's gonna help. So.
Yeah. I think 25 is an unsaturated burnt orange. You're not liking unsaturated inks? Oh. Well, it depends on the nib you put it in, really. So I've got it in my plongeur, and it's been really nice in there. But, yeah. You might want to put it in something like a little finer, a little wetter, maybe, Greg. You might pack it in better. Maybe. But it is like, it's not the most saturated orange. It's, it's a little bit, it's a little bit low saturation. It's got some shading, but I wouldn't say it's like pale.
It's readable. It's not pale, for sure. I don't.
But if you're not loving it, pass it on.
Yeah.
Somebody will want it.
Everyone likes their own things, and that's totally fine.
I'm not really a pale ink fan myself.
Yep.
And then Audrey got a pen.
I did.
Go ahead. I'm gonna drink my Iron Brew.
It wasn't even Sunday. It was Saturday at the end. So it was busy all day until 3:00, and then 3:00 hit, and then it was just dead for a while, for like an hour or so.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was really busy all day until 4, and then 4 we got busy, and I actually worked an extra half hour because we were busy. But that means right next to us, but in the other ballroom, so just like
through a doorway,
was Jimmy Dolive. And if you know Jimmy, you never know what you're gonna get at Jimmy's table. I always say go to him because you never know what you're gonna find. And I saw this one, and when I asked for how much it was, I was like, I'm not putting this down.
You did, though. You came and found me.
Like, I did.
You came and dragged me away from what I was doing, and I don't remember what it was. You're like, come see this thing. I'm like, okay, I gotta go.
Not
and
that.
She told me how much it was. I'm like, just get it.
It's a princess series, and this has...
Here, I'll just zoom in.
Okay, that'd be great. But yeah, I really like... Look at the seashell. I mean, the mother of pearl and seashell with the Sigea with the little... Look at that. So it's just a regular nib. Fine nib. And did you ever figure out what ink it was? Oh, actually,
I did.
Princess's Headdress. So it's a dark green, huh?
Yeah, it's a dark green. So I think what happened was the boxes got switched around because this is not the ink that's supposed to come with this set. It's supposed to come with this one. So, anywho, but no, this pen is gorgeous. I really like it. It was supposed to come with a blue that was like kind of like closer to the barrel blue, I think.
But probably light.
Probably.
So you're okay with this one instead?
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really pretty. I like it a lot. I like the Sigea. I like the little Rodden bits and the bubbles. Little Rodden seashell. It's just very nice.
Yeah.
It's tasteful.
It's tasteful. I'm particular about having designs on pens, hand painted things. It has to be. This is sort of just my aesthetic. I really like it.
Yeah. So this came as a set. Came with the ink and a converter, which is not how they always come, but
for sure. And if you buy them online, it looks like it's harder to find one with the set. A lot of places.
The set is apparent. I think the set is like a Japan thing.
That's what Jimmy said. He got it straight from Japan.
Yeah, because you can find it with the set from some places that get a lot of stuff from Japan, but not. Otherwise, if you buy these, it's not going to come with the ink and stuff. It's just the pen.
He says that he gets things from his Japanese person because that's how I got my Cross Concord, and it's whoever he has that he buys things from.
His agent.
Yeah.
What's on the finial? It's the typical sailor finial.
It's the typical finial. I thought that maybe it would have something different on the finial, but no, it's just a normal finial.
Yep, normal sailor finial. Yeah. But very pretty. I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Only seen the sailors on Endless so far.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can find this pen at most places, it turns out, but we paid way less.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Jimmy is very nice. He knows that.
Yeah.
I try and make people go see Jimmy because he's just fun. I like Jimmy.
Also, this actually was right before the show, and this was a gift from a very kind viewer.
Too kind.
I was kind of blown away by this.
Yeah.
But this showed up in my P.O. box the day we were leaving for the show. And they had sent me an email and said, hey, I just got a notice that this was delivered. You should go get it before the show. I'm like,
you didn't know what it was. You're like, it was something. Like,
I didn't know what it was. It just showed up in my P.O. box. And came home and opened it up, and the note was like, this is for you. and it's it's kind of amazing.
Look at that nib. The nib is just, it goes so... That's the one, when Ian first showed those, that was like, that was my favorite.
You like the polka dots a lot?
Yeah, I do.
They're very good. Yeah, this is a shown design. I think they call it the shell pin. Is that... that seems right to me. But it's got this titanium shell on the Ultim body there, and then they're anodized. They make them in a bunch of different forms. And then that's a monarch nib in there. So it is a tremendous and kind of astounding gift.
Yes.
I showed this to Ian and told him about it, and he was kind of blown away too. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I haven't inked this one up yet. I haven't decided what to put in it yet.
And it's one that you have been eyeing.
Oh, of course.
Since last year, I think, when they came out.
Yeah, it seems about right.
Yeah.
I guess they did come. Did they come out for this show last year?
I think for
it might have been.
Maybe.
Might have been. Yeah. Faceted titanium shell pen. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I would like to leave YouTube. Today, Junior.
It's gonna break your stuff.
It's thinking. Yeah. So that's it. That's the one. Yeah, I mean, these come in all different kinds of color patterns and things. I was actually looking at this one at the show and like, no, I just got one. I mean, like the pink anodization and all like the colorful body action there, super cool. And you can get them in black, you can get them in the regular Ultim, all kinds of different patterns and colors and combos. This is like I think this might have been the kind that came out last year. It was just it was the no anodization sort of thing. But this is gorgeous. The nib wasn't you bought a very vaguely similar one at California. The nib wasn't spotty but was tinted. Neat. Yeah, I think it's very cool. Yeah. I'm kind of blown away by the generosity. So, no, I love it. It's great. These are really cool.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I know. It's really, really good. It's not the only shown I got this weekend or last week. Also got this one. This is the Smultum. Well, one of the Smultums. I have it in black as well. It's actually kind of buried over here. It's in the drawer. It's in the shown drawer.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I know. I have it in black Ultim, which is this stuff, which is very glossy and opaque. And then this one is in the natural Ultim. And he gave me this because I don't know why, because Ian is just too nice. But he wanted to give me one of these nibs. I was saying like, oh yeah, I've got 3 monarchs now, and they're all mediums. Yeah. But he just came out with this cursive italic one, and it's great. And I hadn't gotten one, and he's like, well, we should get you one of these nibs. And then he put it in his body. He was like, yep, this is it. This is actually the one that he's been walking around with. This is like kind of his prototype nib, and he took it out of his pen because it was the one I liked the best.
Yeah, me too.
So we're trying out some of the other ones, and my handwriting, like my hand position, is not always the best. And so with a cursive italic or whatever, if the edges are a little bit sharp, like you can really feel it. Mm-hmm. And this one just feels lovely. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, well, here, you should have mine. So this was Ian's nib.
And he was going around to different nib people asking us to try them and have any input or, things like that. And he was so receptive to just listening to things for consideration. It's not like it's right or wrong. It's just something to think about when you're doing ground nibs that are not just circles. It's not things you really think about until you start having shapes that's not around. And so for this, I think it's going to be a little bit different than other nibs in that since it's one big piece of titanium, number one, the amount of movement you're going to get on the nib is going to be very different than you get even with the steel nib. It's going to be zero. It's going to be zero. Even with the steel number 6 nib that you get from Yovo or Bach, there's going to be a little bit of give. When you tilt your nib inwards or outwards, it's going to be sitting on corners a little bit more, but you'll have a little bit of give and the tine adjusting to it. Whereas there's going to be no adjusting. So unless you have that sweet spot, it can skip. So that's just something to take into consideration.
Which means like if you're on the edge, you're not going to get ink because it's coming out of the center. So
and it's just not going to touch, and it's not going to have that give and softness, even though it's a hard thing. But it's just not going to. So you have to be more careful with this bigger nib.
You mean like when you're grinding it and stuff, or when you're writing with it?
Yes.
Yeah. This one has been great for me. I've been writing with it all week, and it's fantastic. You can do both. You can do both of these things with the same nib. As you can see there. Well, you can't see because I locked the focus. But the top there is kind of like a big architect. Although it is a nice curvy architect, it's very smooth to write with. And then you get this cursive italic. He was calling it the mini stub originally, but Gina and some of the other nib folks were like, what you've got there is actually a cursive italic. Because it's flat and squared off, but it's not like super sharp on the corners. So like italics will be complete, like 90-degree corners, and this one has those corners, but it's kind of like curved.
Oh, hi, Katie.
Now I can't see what I'm writing. Yeah, so it's curved off, so you're like, not hitting those super sharp corners and like, feeling uncomfortable. But it's kind of great. You get good line variation. It's got great flow.
Yeah, the reverse side, that's just perfect.
No notes.
No notes
Zero
on that.
notes.
That was perfect. And it's not like the other, the other side is just more things you have to consider is all.
Yeah. Also, this one doesn't
Super
start
nice.
off as a ball of tipping. So like,
exactly.
So like, the thing that most nib grinders are used to dealing with is like starting off with kind of a ball and like trying to make it into a square. And his doesn't start off that way.
Nope.
In fact, I'm not sure what his starts off as. I mean, it starts off as like square essentially, but like big. So I don't know. I just like presents your love language. I mean, look, I love a present too, but it's I mean, kind of blown away with that.
Do you really deserve it?
No, absolutely not. I definitely don't, but I am thankful nonetheless.
Fair.
So, I absolutely do not. Good friend taught you never to say, "Oh, you shouldn't have." I mean, it's I feel like if somebody wants to do a thing like that, and like, cause that's what I am. Like, if I decide I'm giving somebody something big, like, yeah, I know, I thought about it.
Yeah.
It's not an accident.
Yes.
I was like, wow, I'll say I'm blown away. I wouldn't say like you shouldn't have. Like, you should do the thing that makes you happy. And if that's giving me an amazing thing, I'll take it. But I never expect a thing like that ever. And
it will
amazing.
be cherished. That is 100%.
Yeah.
That is something that Mike loves, and he's not gonna ever.
Sometimes people will say things like, "Oh, this is for you to like give away or like sell or whatever." I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like,
I mean,
I might give it away,
like,
but but if it's like this is a present, like you can sell it off if you want. I'm like, I'm not going to. Like, this is a thing that now means a lot to me. So, so I love it. FC Pen and Shown Design pins on your most wanted pins last year, and you're able to get both. Look at you!
Good.
Katie wanted to write with it too. Yeah, she wanted to get in my way, is what she wanted.
Yeah, she did.
You made Dustin a gift today.
Aww,
woo!
nice.
Monarchs are wet riders, yes. Yeah, they are. Although I think the current generations of Monarchs are not nearly as wet as they were at the very beginning.
He's been on it. Like, he's been working on.
Yeah, he's been tweaking it for like years now.
Yeah.
I don't like. How long ago did the Monarch come out? 3-4 years ago now.
I was gonna say last year. I have no idea.
No, it's gotta be longer
I
than that.
know. Yeah.
My original one was like.
Yeah.
Very first regeneration of those things, and that one was extremely wet.
Yeah.
He made some tweaks to it, so it's not as wet now. But they're wet, but they're not like out of control fire hose wet or anything usually. This one does have a cartridge in it, and I do like putting cartridges in Monarchs. I think that does like kind of tame the ink flow just a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can see I was carrying this around in my pocket, so I got a couple like little ink bloops in places, but who cares? That happens. It's totally normal. 2022 is ready almost. Oh, I see. Seems right. Had one Monarch that was a little dry on the reverse, modified it graciously and quickly. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Ian, he is a perfectionist, and if you have any issues, always email.
Yeah, let Ian know. Like, if you have if there's something going on, because Ian wants you to love the stuff. Like, all these makers want you to love the thing they make. Like, if you have a problem with your Franklin Christoph pen or something, like, let him know.
He's a big problem solver too. Like, he wants to figure it out.
Yeah. Wash the cartridges small and tend to crack them. I haven't had that happen, but like maybe. I mean, if it does, then like, it's actually not a big deal if somehow the cartridge broke, and I don't know how it would, but if it did, there's ink's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This thing is all sealed up tight, so it's got a zillion threads on the back there, and also a whole bunch of O-rings up here. I keep my other one eyedroppered all the time, so that's just the barrel's just full of ink all the time. Yeah. So, but let me pay him. So you snuck cash in the box. Huh? It cracked cartridges. Where did it crack the cartridge?
Like at the bottom, I'm assuming, right?
Well, I mean,
where the nipple goes on. right?
That, yeah.
That?
I was thinking that as the top, but yeah. I mean, it would have to be that, but that wouldn't
Yeah.
be on the side? That's very strange. The seam. I think that's just bad cartridges you got there, because it doesn't touch. Like, it's...
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not touching the inside, so I don't know how that would happen. That is weird. Huh.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be a cartridge issue. They came with the pen. I mean, could be. But, like, Ian doesn't make the cartridges, so...
No.
Yeah, that's weird. That's real weird. So one thing that can happen... Did you happen to like, squeeze the cartridge to get the ink going? Because sometimes, like, I do that, but I also know it's dangerous, because it can stress these, and they're not the strongest things.
Yeah.
But that's weird. One of those new Kaweco converters working that pen? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It would. I wouldn't hold that much. I don't know if I'd want to put that on a Monarch, because
Yeah,
it wouldn't give me enough ink, probably. But yeah, that would totally fit.
Yeah.
It's only that big. Actually, that's one of those new converters right there. So.
Is that the last pen? Any other pens?
That is, I think,
we have
the
a lot
last
of.
pen.
We still have a lot of stuff, and it's 6:15.
Okay. All right.
But no, I mean, look, I want to appreciate the nice new things. So.
Yeah. Let me put these up here, and that'll be safe and sound. All right. Other stuff. What do we get? Oh, we got some inks and such. Let me grab my swatches.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the nice thing about having you do them before on Twitch beforehand. Some of this is same old to some people, but
Well,
they don't seem to complain, so that's nice of them.
not too much anyway.
This is the right amount.
Yeah. I feel like there's one more. Maybe there's not. Nope, guess not. Okay. All right, so let me see if I can find the right ones here. Yeah. So let's do these two first, because they're right here.
Is the Jacks?
What are you doing? Yeah, they're down here. I've
Oh,
got
okay, got it. Okay.
So these are two from Colorverse, which are very cool. I've been looking for a giant potato for a while.
Yeah.
Mostly because I like a taupe ink, as we all know, but also, like, look how big that potato is.
It's called Giant Potato in that illustration. Hi,
Yeah,
Katie.
it's very
Do you like
good.
potatoes? No, I'm shooting.
Should give it a shot.
Maybe.
And then I also picked up Smoky Bourbon, because it was next to it on the stand, and it also looked really nice in the swatches. So I picked those up, and those look like this.
Are those the round bottles with like the flaccid on
they're
one
the
side?
teardrop ones. They're usual.
Teardrop.
Yeah, just like this. Look like this.
Oh, I was thinking it was the other kind for some reason.
Oh, the tall oblong ones? No,
Yeah.
those are much taller.
Okay, never mind. That's what I was thinking.
No,
of. I
they
wasn't
look like
sure.
this. They're little
Gotcha.
15 mils. Just like that. Katie, come on now. I know.
She's like, oh, it's on your bingo cards. Katie got yeeted.
That's like the second or third time.
Yeah, well, I just thought of it.
So there's Giant Potato and Smoky Bourbon.
If you want to see a cool versus a warm tone, there you go.
Cool versus warm.
Yep.
Yep. So very good. I think those are nice.
Yep.
I like
Which
them.
one do you like more?
I might like Smoky Bourbon more, but I mean both are cool colors. So, or both are neat colors. I don't know. I haven't got them in pens yet, so I don't know
That's
exactly
true.
what they're going to do. But I mean,
sure.
they're probably going to be totally fine. Their Colorverse makes good ink.
Yeah.
So not really worried about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, both are good browns. I was afraid this was going to be too light, but it's absolutely not. This is totally a usable color, for sure.
TC added the FC needlepoint to the Smoltum. Yeah, I mean that would last a while then.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. And then I got this bottle from Mondu Pens.
Mondu.
Yeah, that fella is the Yovo rep for Canada, and also has a pen and ink company. Pens anyway. The inks aren't on his site yet, so I hadn't seen these before, and they have 4 colors. It looks like.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And they said they sold out of the 2 most popular this weekend, which are green and brown. So that's cool.
Yep.
But they gave me this, which is the one that was on the table. And it's a very nice bottle. He said he got the bottles from the folks that do the Irishizuku bottles.
Yeah.
And then Dustin pointed me to a brand of like Japanese inks that he found on.
Alibaba?
Is that the one? Probably. It's one of those. It's the one that's like that. If it's not that one, which is another Japanese brand. And so it must be coming out of Japan. So anyway, this green is a very nice looking green. It's a little bit on the like bluish kind of emeraldy side.
Yeah.
but like I don't know, like a bright grass green, like a golf course green.
Yeah, it's bright.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the name, but it might be.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is.
Arboru, like it could be, because like arbor or something. Oh, you got the brown one. Oh, we might have to trade samples, Tom, because I didn't get the brown one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a nice looking green. I think it looks good.
Oh wait, but he just gave it to you, so I don't even know how much they cost.
Oh, I have no idea what
Yeah.
they cost.
Tom, did he make you pay? How much was it?
Yeah. How much were they? They didn't have prices out, and they were sold out of these.
Oh, it says Terra, so that's right then. That's the name.
What's that? Oh,
You got the brown and it says Terra, so that's
yeah.
that's gonna probably be the name.
Yeah, cool.
20 or 22.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. The bottle's got to cost a third of that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the green.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
And then I have this little Ferris wheel press that I got from Kenro.
I got it for you.
Yeah, Audrey signed up for it.
Yeah.
So if you went to the Philly Pin Show website, you could put in your email on someplace. I would.
It was
I
in
don't
their
know.
email, not the. It was on the
I think it was while I
Kenro
was
email.
Oh, it was on an
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
Oh, Audrey was doing it while I was driving,
Yeah.
so I didn't see any of it. She's like, "You want an ink?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So, so I went and asked him about it, and yeah, this is just a little bottle of unnamed mystery ink from the Pen Show. It's got a white shimmer, which I'm like, "Oh, white shimmer, I like that." So he's kind of like, "When picked
Ooh,
one of
that's
these up."
light.
Yeah,
That's light.
This is unfortunately barely ink. It is. It is extremely light.
Like with the bright light, it's almost hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It darkened a bit after it dried, but it's got white shimmer.
Yeah.
But I think the shimmer is doing most of the work here. Like there's maybe a little bit of a baby pink color
I mean,
to
if
it.
you want to make your own, you can get that pearl shimmer that Mike's putting up in a little bit and make your own with one drop of ink.
I mean,
and
if
then
you
add some white or add some base color, ink.
Yeah, Ferris Wheel Press does have some super light ones. Like one I've always called Cream of Ghost, which I think was supposed to be like Cream of Tartar or something, but
That's right. And then you made it.
it accidentally had like a
own.
little a little flake of blue somewhere in the pen, I guess. And so like subtly colored it. I think maybe if you add a little bit of ink to this, it'd be a really nice color. But the shimmer is nice. Like I can see the shimmer. It looks really cool. Just the pink is
Like
super.
it was free. What was it like?
Yeah, it's free. It's just a little white shimmer. There's my Ink 25 swatch. So if you put down enough of the Ink 25, it definitely is dark enough. It's got to get the right nib and that sort of thing for those. Sign your partner up so you get two. You got magenta and dark green. There was more than one color. There's more than one color, and I got baby pink. Well, better me than somebody else, I guess.
Wow.
Well, good. And this one is another one that I got in the mail. This is Sailors 50 States, Idaho.
I know.
Which is an extremely dark brown. Like, very, very dark.
With that dark sheen, that's your style.
Yeah, this is basically a brown black. Or a black brown.
Yeah.
Super dark. A little bit of sheen. Seems nice. But 50 States, Idaho.
Yeah.
Got that in the mail from a friend. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I got those. And then we saw our friends Jack and Julia. And Jack gave me a bottle of ink that he'd been hoarding.
It's so nice of Jack.
For a long time. I actually looked up,
I mean,
because I actually have at least a partial bottle of this upstairs, because I reviewed it a million years ago.
A long time ago.
It was, I forgot the date, it was like
2015 or something like that, right?
14, 15, something like that. It was so long ago. This is Willem Dafoe's Mont Blanc ink. What's the name? Palm Green is what it's called. Oh. So he's like, I know you like a good swamp color, and this is a nice swamp color. It's a very good green.
It is a nice green.
Yeah. Super good green, this one, so very generous.
It's nice, nice packaging there, too.
Yeah, this was from the before days when they were the 35 milliliter bottles instead of the much larger ones they do now. Yeah. But it's a very nice
If
ink
only
there.
they kept it like that.
Carol says I should get the Diamond 160th. I looked at those and I couldn't figure out like the colors look very normal on those, so I kind of just didn't get one. Let me know if there's one you like particularly, so I can put it on my shopping list. Because I bought some stuff the other day from Goldspot, and I was looking at those, and they all look like they look fine. They look very normal, like it's kind of a normal ink, But yeah, let me know which one you like best.
Normal, but
yeah, no, but if you have a couple thousand inks, you kind of want to get. I want to get like the good one. I didn't have time to ask her which was the best one.
There's a bottle.
That's the Idaho.
Yeah.
Yep. What else? Oh, I got this little book.
That's right. Yeah.
This is from Palimpsest. I don't know how to say that. That studio. Her name is Phoebe.
There you go.
And she makes all kinds of fun things like little bound, hand-bound journals and books and things. And this one, I saw that on the shelf. I'm like, well, I have to get this, I guess.
It's cute. Adorable.
It's got really nice 70-pound Italian paper in here. It's smooth, but it's got a little bit of a texture to it.
Yeah, it definitely has a little.
You can tell that it's got the little lines. You can see the ley lines in there.
Yeah.
Wax seal. So that was the one. That was actually the one we were looking at,
Yeah.
and it was the one that was sold out immediately. So,
Yeah.
have you used R&K sepia? I don't think so. That's how you say it. Palimpsest. Palimpestist. Palimpsest. Okay. She was actually getting married on Monday.
That's right. It was her. Okay.
Yeah. She was like, I'm like, you're getting married in like 2 days. What are you doing at a pen show? She's like, oh, I need to get away for a couple of days.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So yeah, wild. But yeah, this seems very nice. I haven't gotten a chance to try to use it yet, but it's a fun little book. A little binding action there.
how much was it?
25
Okay.
for the little ones. There are a bunch of different
Yeah.
sizes and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But I like this kind of thing. We repurpose other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh hi.
Oh, hi. She's help.
You saw
She's
those
help.
cats? Oh look at those beans.
Here's her beans.
Yeah, those are those toe beans. The eponymous toe beans. Can I get just your beans? There we go. There we go.
There they are.
Beans. I showed your beans to the
Uh-oh.
world. Only beans.
Only her beans.
There you go. So I got that. Gourmet Pens gave us
yeah.
a couple of little notebooks that she made
Yeah.
with an inky mess already in there, so we don't
Yeah.
have to worry about messing up the first page.
And then this is from a viewer, and she had delightful stamps. She came up with that design, and look how good that stamp. And this is Frank the cat. I want a stamp. That is the best
Yeah.
stamp ever.
They were like this style of
Yes,
stamp.
they're like those.
Audrey found, she's like,
Yeah.
I got on Etsy or something, so
Yeah.
yeah. But Frank the Stamp, very, very good.
Frank the stamp.
Frank the
It's
Stamp.
so good. Well, I mean, it is.
It is, yeah. Oh, you got those stamps too? Yeah. No, very good.
So good.
And this one is super good. Look how crisp
She and
and
Fran were
nice.
so nice. Yeah.
Super nice. That was
Love it.
fun. Monetize them beans. I will when we're done here. Then there's this one. Is that from Wendy?
That's from Wendy Sue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Little sticker there. This is what the other one looks like. Right
Fun.
there. Katie, come on. Skedaddle.
She's so helpful.
I know. She's trying to knock things over again.
Yeah,
She's
she
like,
is.
Hey, I haven't knocked anything over in a minute. We got
Yeah.
those. What else do we get? We got this Tiny Kittens letter set.
From somebody, a viewer,
Uh-huh.
came up and said, I got this with something else I ordered, and it has cats on it. I don't like cats, and so I know you do, and he gave it to me. So, thank you
Yeah.
to mystery viewer who gave that. That's so adorable.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
This is definitely, we got to write
Yeah.
our thank you notes
We
for
do?
Christmas because we are
yeah.
way behind.
I could do that. Yeah.
And then another friend got us some BT21 stickers.
Yep, gave a couple away.
Yep. What else?
Thank you for Kimberly, all the hobbies. She went to Daiso and got those for me.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is the box and the Kakamori nib.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Claire sticker.
That's too shiny. These are, it's hurting the eyes.
There's the Wendy Sue's little set of stickers and stuff. Let's see. Oh, there's a sticker version of that cat stamp. And then I got these at the very end, the very end of the show. The folks at Luxury Brands had these. I didn't even know they existed. These are from Colorverse.
I knew one of them existed. I didn't know both of those were a thing.
Yeah. I don't know either of them. But Carol at Luxury Brands got ink all over her hands because somebody had not put the cap on a bottle of ink from the ink testing station. So she got it was Colorverse, I think. So it was a lot of Colorverse all over her hands. And so she took some of this ink removing hand soap stuff and she took it right off her hands looked great when she came back from the bathroom. So that was pretty impressive. Comes with a little sponge, a compressed sponge and dispenser and a little bottle of it. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, you need to have some. So she gave me some of that. And then it turns out they also have pen soap, which also comes in a little bottle, and it has a little mixing bottle for diluting it in case you're just wanting to not have it full strength. But if you have a big stain or something, apparently you can get stains out of barrels sometimes with this.
I'm curious about that. I'm more curious about that one.
Yeah.
I'm biased on our hand or ink cleaner because
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So I'm biased on that, but I'm curious to see how it will work.
Yeah, I wanna see
and
how it
both
goes.
of them
Yep.
as a comparison. Yep.
Figure distributed with Bay State Blue. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I will try it with something. Yeah. So after you have your bagel and head to the hospital to give what? Oh, I missed the first part of that, I guess. Like, Russell's giving birth? Pilot Van... Oh, yeah, it does kind of look like the special edition from Pilot, the Seashore one this year.
Too long didn't read. How'd it work? How'd it do? I'm curious with the Bay State Blue.
Oh, I don't know. How'd it do? I didn't see
That's why, we'll see.
I've been running all week, I tell you. Just I had too much fun this weekend. I didn't do any grading, and the school semester just started. So I finished my grading that I had to have back today late last night. So I've been running. Yeah. I am behind on everything, but yeah, let me know how it went.
Running.
Yeah.
And running.
Did it chew his finger down to the bone? So yeah. So I think that's. I got a die from my good friend Michael Ward.
Michael Ward is delightful.
Michael Ward is delightful. If you get a chance to do some Spencerian with Michael Ward, or just like chat with Michael Ward about whatever, do it.
He does a lot. He's like just a talented person.
Yeah.
You know, and like lots of different things.
Yeah, he's a professional calligrapher, professional dancer,
professional
guy who looks good in a bowler hat. Just a lovely guy, and I always like to hang out with him. I only see him in Philly.
Yeah, so, unfortunately, I wish he did more because I would like to see him.
Yeah, he's Canadian. Do I have a table for Baltimore? I don't. Okay amount of basic with Brillo pad, not to include a sponge. I mean, that's fair. That stuff is vile.
Oof, Brillo pad.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But, sometimes with these ink things, you got to use it a couple of times. Like, that's another thing. Like, the first one's not going to do it.
It gets that initial washout, but to really get the deep layer, it takes a couple.
Met him in Amsterdam in 2016. That's awesome.
Oh.
That's fun. Yeah. He's a lot of my favorite people go to Philly, and people I don't really see anywhere else but Philly.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. I've got a picture somewhere of me wearing his hat, and it is.
Me too.
It's true. It looked good on you. It looked like.
It was not big enough for you.
What was like that old timey show? Like definitely black and white with like a really skinny guy and a really thick guy, and like always wore a tiny bowler hat. Because I look like that dude.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, but
I can't remember the name of that show. But yeah, I look like that. So, Pelican Hub. Oh, interesting. So, you're gonna be a Polly Pocket. It's just tiny and sit in somebody's pocket. Yeah. So,
I was a little
Laurel and Hardy. That's it. I was for sure. Whichever one of those is bigger.
Oliver and Hardy or Laurel? I don't know.
I think it's Laurel and Hardy. That sounds right.
Laurel. Okay.
Yeah. So, maybe I can find that in a sec. But it's 6:30.
It is 6:30.
Let me go. You be entertaining for a second while I go and enable a whole bunch of things here.
Well, I had a very good time. And thankfully, to get there, we took a really random route. A route that I've never taken before. I don't even know, because apparently there was a bad accident somewhere on 90. Surprise, an accident on 95. But we ended up going through Bowling Green, Virginia, and took us this back road. It was a 4-lane highway, so 2 and 2. But we got to see a lot of Virginia that we've never seen before.
And Delaware.
And Maryland. And again, it's just sort of these back roads-ish. Not back roads, but it's not 95 by any means. So that was fun. And yeah. But that was nice. On the way home, I wasn't sure how it was going to go because we got the snow. How many inches do you think that we got on Sunday in Philly?
Oh, not much. I mean...
Probably like a couple. 2, 3 maybe.
2, maybe 3.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3. And then there was the inauguration on Monday when we were leaving. But we hit 0.0 traffic on the way home. So it took us about 9 hours to get there. So it took longer. And then... How long was it on the way home? Like 7.5 maybe on the way home? Something
it was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, made good time.
We made really good time. I drove the whole way home. Mike, and it was snowing when we got to Philly too, unfortunately. And Mike drove the last hour and a half or so, and he got it when it was... I would have rather driven what I drove for longer and not having to deal with, all the snow and slush and whatnot, but...
It was dark and snowy, and it was Philly, so it's a city I'm not familiar with, and you can't see the road lines on a good day in Philly.
They do not believe in reflectors on the road, unfortunately, so...
No. Yeah, all right, well, I put stuff up.
Things are up.
Yeah, so if you want some inks or some syringes or any of a number of other things, we have restocked a lot. I also have restocks coming of the holographic nib stickers and also the Mr. Nose stickers. those have been ordered.
Oh, those are out of stock, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, there might be a couple of Mr. Nose stickers, but not
Okay.
that very. There aren't very many.
Yeah.
So, driving 11 hours to Chicago by yourself. Oof, that's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Get some good podcasts. Get your wings. Gotta keep the window cracked to have some cool. Call somebody if you're getting tired. Those are all my little tips.
Mm-hmm. I just I'm testing out whether if I put in hat in the search, it'll find that.
Oh,
hey, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. Wow. The power of search tools.
Look at that. Got Jim in the background.
Oh, it's Jim in the background.
I know. That was the night that Jim and I went and tried to fix his car in the garage.
I remember.
We got lost in the garage.
Yeah. Yes.
He's like, you guys know how to fix a Rolls? And we're like, yes. With absolute confidence, yeah. Then there's me with his hat on.
Nice. Do you have a picture of me with his hat on? That's a different year.
No, you know what? It was a different year.
It was a different year.
There's another Michael Ward.
Yeah.
See, it fits him just fine. It doesn't really fit me so much. I don't know. I have you in a variety of hats.
I do wear.
You with one of my grandmother's hats.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I have all of those.
One of my grandma's hats. Yep, you got a lot of hats like that. This is a hat that my friend Sarah knit for me. It says hates ads.
A lot of K-pop people wear hats, so it's showing my pictures mostly
here we go.
K-pop.
There's Audrey with Michael's hat.
What year was that?
2020.
Right before
the before times.
Right before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was that year I had that table out in the hallway.
Yep.
Yep, that fits Audrey nicely. Doesn't look so great on me. Oh, there's that one. There's that one on me.
Yep, there's that. That's the one I was thinking in that picture. Yeah.
I know, what a babe, right? Like she's like, oh, it looks silly. I'm like, she can wear any hat. I don't know. I'm very jealous of your hat ability.
Well, you say that about glasses too.
This is a picture that Tiff Ahmed did like half and half.
Nice, that's fun.
Yeah, that's kind of fun, huh?
Super fun.
So, anyway, fun hat pictures. Actually, this dude, Tony, looks like he was born for that hat.
I haven't seen him in so long.
I think that was the last time I saw Tony.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
I hear he's doing fine, but he's not really going to like Penn community stuff anymore.
Well,
but I hear he's doing good.
Yeah.
So, Audrey wears hats really well. She's very stylish. Told your husband you're showing off your Philly haul. He wants to know if you had a Philly cheesesteak shaped pen. No, but I did get filled up with Philly cheesesteaks.
We did eat Philly cheesesteaks. We had Stromboli. The home of the Stromboli is Philly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had some great pizza. I had a really awesome pizza at lunch one day that was,
that's right.
I had like sesame seeds baked into the bottom of the crust. It was wild. Super dense crust.
You
Like I
had
had a piece and a half and I was done. Had a taco? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of the vendors, Francisco and Frank from Narwhal, will get tacos from like a local Philly taco guy who's, I guess, relocated there from somewhere else. I don't know. He's kind of like a famous tacoist, which is really great. Making you hungry? Hey, go have a stroopwafel.
It is after 6. We're allowed to talk about food now, so.
That's right. It's after 6:30 even. So, anywho, yeah. There you go. Oh, we're down to our last few bottles of Cheerio Water Bus. So if you have not gotten Cheerio Water Bus,
we're down to the final, and this will not be restocked anymore. So.
Got 6 on there. Is what it says. Last ones.
Yeah.
I've kept a couple of back, for funsies, but not many left. Pretty much going. So, Porch Cat report. They're doing good. Big Floof is he just curled up in a ball and doesn't even care about it being cold at all.
He literally just puts his feet together and puts his face and rolls into a ball and lays on a straw.
Yeah, he likes to hang out on the straw bales. I've made like little shelters for him. He's like, I got a straw bale. I don't know what you want me to do with those. Why would I go in a nice warm house with a cat bed and other cats? I've got a straw bale.
Riffy and Stripes, though, use the house all the time. So.
Yeah. We've got, you might meet Stripes next week.
Theoretically,
you might meet Stripes next week.
Stripes will be in our house next week. He has a vet appointment next Thursday. My parents should be here next week. It's going to be a full house of animals and parents and things, so we shall see how it goes. And the week after that, I have the week off. And then we're going to try to take the other 2 into the vet.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see.
I got to order a little containment unit for the cats, but order like a indoor, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a shelter, a playpen,
it's
something.
like a playpen, but it's like a plastic, or not plastic. Like
it's not plastic.
But it's like a tent sort of thing. And then it has a top because it's a cat, so you can't have a dog one that's just like a fence sort of
it's
thing.
It's like all mesh around and that sort of thing, and but it's for like having pets indoors, and you have to like kind of like an indoor catio is essentially what we're gonna do for a few days because isolation chamber kind of thing.
Because we don't know what.
Yeah, we don't know
health things that they have, and so we want to.
I mean, probably they've all got like intestinal parasites and worms or something, so I don't want them sharing cat boxes and stuff with the other cat and all that. It's kind of like a bounce house, but not bouncy because they have claws. Yeah. But it's supposed to be like very claw proof and waterproof and stuff. It's got like PVC pipe framing and stuff.
There's different kinds. That's just the one that I saw that might work. So,
yeah, it looks cool. It looks like a good size. You can put it in the living room.
Yeah. So it's good. I think the he stripes will be the easiest transition, and I could be wrong. You just never know with animals. You just don't know. But he's out of all of them, the one that's just like, have you seen it out here? It's cold. I don't want any of this anymore. So
yeah, he seems like he's gonna be. It seems like he will transition to be an in-house cat pretty well.
And he might have. He seems like he might have already been one before, and just been gotten out or abandoned or something.
I'm guessing abandoned. I mean, cats usually go home if they escape.
Hi, P. Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see what the other 2 are like if we can capture them. But we'll give it a shot. We'll see if they like being indoors. If they do, great. We'll try to find them homes. If they don't, then we'll keep taking care of them outside. But they're doing great as far as we can tell.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll just see if they want to, and if they don't, they're cats, and they very well may. We don't know how that they would interact with Katie, and how if they just don't want to be inside, and then we'll just keep on. I mean, they'll probably not come back for a while because they're gonna be like, this was traumatizing. What is this? But when they do come back, we do know that other people have fed them, so it's not like
they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they'll probably come back. They might not let me touch them for a while after take them someplace, but you
Stripes,
never know.
I would be shocked if he was.
I don't think he'll take it that personally.
No. Riffy, the OG of the porch cats, I could see her holding
being
a grudge.
bitter.
But look, she's definitely been trapped before because she has she's been fixed, so she's had that happen to her before.
Yeah.
We do have other news.
Yeah, real quick. Nose restocked to the sellout. Yeah, I will probably get more rounds of Noses Peepers and stuff if they are real popular. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Hens and Chicks maybe. Navy Beans, I don't know. We'll see. Navy Beans and Toe Beans. Like, Toe Beans is like kind of the one I really want to keep, and Navy Beans is really close to it. It's like, I don't know if I'd have both, but I don't know if I'd keep restocking both, but it's entirely possible we'll get some restocked. So Greg actually seen the Monteverde Ritma Orchid, and I have. It looks pretty good. I like the Ritma. It's a fun pen, low price point. It's got a good pop when you open the cap. Yep. Pretty satisfying. Not as good as the Prera maybe, but pretty satisfying. But there's also a few others. I'll look up that one when we get here in a sec. But there's also this one from Endless Pens, which is the exclusive with Corinne. Corinne loves to plan Winter Sunrise. Which is, whoops.
Oh, yep. It's doing that, yeah.
Whoop, I don't know what I did. Control V, there we go. Which is a very nice looking Leonardo. Looks like they have it in both gold and rose gold trim. Mm-hmm. You want to?
No, it's like, nope. Not interested in that at all.
No, cannot. But it looks like a very nice blank. It's got a little translucency and a little shimmer in there. I'm glad they did the close-up. That's nice. That's nice.
What sold out fast?
Which ones?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this.
Oh, those sold out fast.
Oh, wow.
They did.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
These popped up this morning.
No.
Holy crap. Well, you can't get that.
Never mind. Bailey, never mind.
It's a thing that exists, but you can't have it. Coming soon. This is not sold out yet. It just isn't in stores. Yeah. This is the Twisby Eco.
Espresso. With bronze.
Yeah, espresso and bronze. Part of their coffee series. I think this one's going to look great. I think it might be the best looking of this coffee series.
Wow. The other one you weren't going to be interested. What was the other one called? Latte.
There's cafe and crema.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I was going to skip the cafe one. I was like, I don't like that. And then I saw it in person. I'm like, fine, I need that. Yeah. This looks great. It's coming out very soon, but not quite yet.
February, I think it said.
Yeah, you can get it on February 13th.
Yeah.
Expect to ship on February 13th, but you can pre-order it. Actually, you can't. Yeah. It's not a pre-order. It's just a coming soon site. No. There's also the Bennu Pixies, which are coming out in, I think, beginning of March, is what I heard. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different colorways of this thing. I think it's going to be really, really good. I like the new Eco and the Narwhal. The Narwhal Winter is very good looking. Yeah. I don't have a tab for it here yet, but it's really good looking. This Pixie seems good. The luxury brands folks were excited about it. And I've actually been, Bennu contacted me like, hey, would you like to, we like your stuff. You want to review some pens? I'm like, absolutely. So I'll have some Bennus here in the nearest future. They said they hooked me up with one of these when they were getting close.
So cute. Yeah.
Husband's like, how many coffee-colored pens do you need? You don't need that negativity.
I mean, look how many coffee, there shouldn't be that many coffees then, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Are they on here? I just went back to the Bennu thing and it went away. There's these two dragon ones. There's a white dragon and like a Glasolg dragon. These look pretty. Dragon. These look pretty dope. Look at that thing.
There's those two other Leonardos around too that I sent you. Look fun as well.
I haven't got those pulled up yet. Let's see what else we have here. This one's coming out very soon.
Oh yeah, we talked about that a long time ago, and then that was it.
Yeah, there's like an announcement that it was going to happen, but this is the coffee. Speaking of coffee.
Smell more coffee.
Coffee jelly. It looks beautiful. I don't know if I can justify the price, frankly. It is quite expensive at almost $500. I don't think I can justify the price, even though I love the 3776.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy Sue. We just showed you and talked about you earlier.
Well, we showed you your stickers.
Yeah.
We didn't show you.
Well.
And, then this one. So the ones you saw were from Stile.
I think they were in other places you could get it.
Yeah, Stilo and Stile. Yeah, they probably were, but that's where you found them. So I know that's what they are anyway. I don't know how to find them. You send them to me on text, and that doesn't go to this computer, so it's not helpful.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to find them. No,
yeah,
anyways.
I'll find it. You just have to talk for a minute.
Yeah. So Audrey's gonna go and look for some things while we're chatting here. Here you go.
Why is it not going?
I don't know. Did you break it?
There it goes.
Oh. Cheaper to fly to Japan and buy it there. It might be. Is it cheaper in Japan? That might be a North American exclusive, but it might not be. I forget all the details on the coffee jelly. Are there Brooks resin pen that you think is up my alley? Oh yeah, that's the one you sent me. That is also on my phone. I can find it on my phone.
There's the Sea and Sand, or Sea Sand and Gold is the first one.
Good job.
So yeah, it's very textured look. I mean, obviously it's not, but it really is sandy looking. What do you think of that? Looks like a rock.
I think it's cool. I'm wondering, mouse over that. It's maybe a little too translucent in the body for me, but I bet it looks. You know what? I think that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
the first one. The other one's Amethyst. Well, hi, McSoapy.
Thanks for that subscription somewhere. Might have been Twitch.
There it goes. And the other one is Amethyst and Rhodium.
Wendy Sue filmed a Philly recap and mentioned both of us.
Wow.
Should be up tomorrow.
Well, thank you.
I think I like the other one a little better. Well, this one's kind of nice. That's pretty good. I might like the other one a little bit better. I don't know. This is also very cool. I like how it just kind of looks like sand.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Any preferences? What does everyone think? Those will be coming out soon. It looks like it's 10% off for pre-orders.
One of them was a pre-order that sold out already. I think the other one was
this is 14 karat gold nib, so it's cheaper. This is just I clicked the wrong one.
Yeah.
So.
They're like 160.
Yeah.
160, 130 euros, something like that. 163 euro.
But you might be able to get it in the U.S. I just happened to see this first on.
Yeah, I think somebody said they were at Gold Spot, maybe even Atlas too. But
that picture looks a lot more standy than the Atlas picture. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that Glenn was talking about.
Okay. Nice.
It's Just Turnings.
Okay.
Nice looking orange.
Yeah, it's nice orange.
It's an Australian pen maker.
Okay, great. Well,
Yeah.
it's good to know that there are small makers in Australia making things too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need stuff because like Australia, it's far.
Yeah.
But pretty good.
Yeah.
For the annual, you tell us we're doing yums. Also Mad Libs. Oh, grab the Mad Libs. We can do one real quick. So I think we're gonna hold off on the yums until next week because Audrey's parents are gonna be here, and it's always fun to do yums with Burl and Deb if we can. So I think we're gonna hold off until next week. If you want to eat the snacks already,
Tom, you
go ahead.
didn't have to do that. Look at the super sticker. Did you ever figure out to do the super sticker?
No, I haven't figured out how to get that to work yet.
Well, sorry, Tom. The super sticker didn't show up.
I mean, it doesn't show up on the
It's
screen, but it shows up everywhere else.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I just haven't figured. It's a different thing, and I haven't been able to figure out how to make a
Can
deal
this
for it.
ghost dog that's not in here have a little black crust?
What about
with
this
her
cat
soup?
who's enjoying this dog bed back there?
She is enjoying that right now.
Look at
Yeah,
her
she
loafing.
is. Yeah.
Little loaf.
She's like, oh, this is actually not bad. Okay.
Don't have one gold-plated nib yet. Your sailor package got damaged and returned. Don't even know what you're missing. I mean, gold nibs are fine. As all anchovies for the cats. I don't know. They'll probably eat a sausage or something. You know. But yeah, she's liking that. I brought that in here because I was going to try to trick Scraggles into sitting into it.
She's like,
Doesn't care.
no, not today.
Not
or tomorrow or the day after.
Not today. Let's see. We need a thing here. How about scuba dive? Oh, I'm not going to tell you what I already said it.
Yeah. Well,
We'll do this one.
okay.
Let me, this way? Yeah, we'll do it this way. These are the things we need.
Yeah.
Y'all start putting some stuff in chat,
Start
and
putting
Audrey start yelling stuff, and I'll write them in the right blanks.
Type of gas. Flatulence.
Flatus.
Flatus. Farts. Yep. Slurped. Gagged. Twerking. Verb ending in ing. Spinning. Farting. If you need any other ones. Give us any of those.
We need some other things.
My Greek meats are here. Gotta go. Bye. Bye, Tom. Have a good one. Thanks again. Cardigan, peanuts, pizzas, meowing, 13, number, curling, unobtainium.
Sometimes I'm curious what they think those things are going to be.
Polka music,
Polka music?
glass slippers, spectacular, more farts, phalanges.
We need another gas, y'all. And not just farts. We need farts and farts. We need some adverbs, we need some
Neon.
verbs. Neon, that's a gas.
Yeah.
We need some adverbs.
Yeah, I got a free on. That's sorry. Got a here. Negative 50. Oh, that's another. Do you need any more numbers? No.
I do need a number.
Another one?
Yeah, negative 52.
Yeah.
That wouldn't actually make any sense at all.
Wildly, glisteningly, cheekily,
Cheekily.
gleefully, gorgeous, 42,
We need a verb, at least one. Some adjectives. We need clothing. Plural clothing.
horribly,
What's that?
growing. That's a verb. Grow. Cardigan. Denounce. Swim. To boop.
Nice. That's it.
I
Boop.
did it.
I need a type of metal. Anybody give us a metal up there?
Titanium.
Okay.
Overalls.
And
ball
writing on this with
gowns.
pencil is tough. Let me get a not mechanical pencil. It's too thin. There we go. We need another number, not a negative one. We need a positive one.
42.
Okay. We need 2 adjectives, and I think we'll have it. I can do inky instead of inkily. Vibranium. 5. We're out of numbers. We need 1 adjective. I think we're good. Handsome.
Yeah.
Handsome. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, I'll read the pencil stuff so you don't have to figure it out.
A spaceship is a vehicle used for
Twerking.
people between Earth and the distant.
Peanuts.
A journey usually takes
13.
years and can cover
42.
miles. The passengers have to enter a
Polka.
capsule and will exist in a state of
Slippery.
animation. When the ship reaches its destination, they will hear a
Glass slipper.
and wake up and put on their.
Cardigans.
Then they have to land their
52.
ton
Titanium.
vehicle in an
Inky.
atmosphere. They do this by firing the retro.
Pizzas.
Then they test the atmosphere on this
Handsome.
planet to make sure it contains
Flatus.
and is not all.
Neon.
If it is okay, then they can get out of the ship very
Cheerily. Nope,
And-
cheekily.
and
Boop.
all the inhabitants. They boop the inhabitants.
Boop me cheekily. Nice. Well done. We did it.
Flatus.
Flatus. Never too old for Mad Libs.
No.
Yeah, it's fun. Just don't use a mechanical pencil. If you use a Kuratoga on Mad Libs paper, you'll be sad. It's like writing on a very thick newsprint. It's just like digging into the paper.
Farts are always funny.
Almost.
And if you are at work and you're on Zoom and on the toilet, make sure to turn both the video and the sound off.
Yeah, you want to mute the video and the audio.
Yeah.
Pro tip. I didn't do this, but it's a story I've heard.
We've heard that has happened, which if I were in that meeting,
I would laugh.
that would be the best meeting of all time. I would never forget to tell that story to everyone, and just to make fun of that. Do you not mention it to the person? Like they're gonna find out.
I mean, they would know.
Yeah, but would you not ever bring it up, or would you bring it up to them and be like, "Oh, that was funny"?
I just give them a high five next time I see them.
It depends on how well you know the person. If you're if they're a close colleague, then I guess I would never let them forget that. But if it's somebody that you just sort of know a little bit, maybe I just want to mention it, just to let them know that you know, but you're not going to actually mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This whole best of Mad Libs with over 125, I assume it's 126 classic Mad Libs, was $7.
That was pre-pandemic time for sure.
It might have been.
Not today.
There's so many. We've only done like 4 of them.
We have so many more. Everyone has to remind us to do those because we will forget.
We've got years of Mad Libs to go, so
yeah.
really fun. So I'm gonna use your bathroom. Your husband not on mute. Nice, nice. I love Mad Libs on road trips. It's great. Yeah, they're fun. I never get too old for Mad Libs.
Yeah.
I just have to remember to do that because I will forget because
sure.
my brain don't work. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much to those of you who are hanging out all this stream and who are going to go and hit up the store and maybe buy a thing, an ink or something in memory of our awesome cats, and also just to use because they're really good inks. Yeah. I've been liking them a lot. Cheerio, Water Bus, Borahae, Indeed.
And if you don't, that's totally fine too. You're just here with us, hanging out.
That's always fun to just hang out with y'all, and we appreciate that for sure. Thanks for letting us drone on about the Philly show. Those of y'all we got to meet, that was awesome. I'm sure. Thank you very much for hanging out with us and saying hi. We always like it when people say hi.
Yep, it's true.
We don't get tired of hearing people say like, "Hey, we like the thing you do."
I don't understand the people that don't. I mean,
that don't like the thing we do.
No,
I
understand that.
I get it.
I totally get that. But no, I totally understand. I don't understand not liking it or just being like, who doesn't want to hear that?
Oh, you understand
something?
not liking it when somebody says I like the thing you do?
Yeah. But I guess if you're a real actual famous person where everybody knows you, then you would get it.
I guess at a certain point it could be. It's like I'm trying to eat pasta.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, in the back of your head, you're still like, that's
sweet.
Nice. That's nice.
Glad somebody still likes the thing I do, so it's really fun. But yeah, thanks very much to all y'all we met, and for come and hang out here with us weekly, or maybe even thrice weekly if you come to the Twitches, which is real fun.
It is.
All right, folks, that's it. We're going to get out of here and have some pizza. Thanks very much for hanging out.
I'm hungry.
Cheerio Water Bus, trust a bivalve.
I'm not trusting.
Well, here's your sticker then.
I'm still not trusting, but
okay.
I'm a little bit.
She very doesn't trust a bivalve. Buy our merch. We'll see you next time. Thanks very much. Say goodbye, Audrey.
Borahae, have a great one.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.